over to Kebbi, as it were. And our guest this morning is reaching us from Kebbi State. He's a member of the Presidential Communication Committee of the APC, that is the contact and director. I say a fine morning to you, Honorable Abubakar Sadiq Sadu Fakai. So, good morning to you, sir.
Good morning.
Okay. Well, maybe I should first of all start off by saying, how is Kebbi and its preparation, as it were, for your august visitor?
Well, Kebbi is fine. We are good here. We are political. We are political. There is some our guest was meant.
Oh dear. Oh, okay. I was actually trying to guess what it was that you were saying because the audio was drifting in and out. But I did get that you host the presidential campaign train of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu in Kebbi. I imagine that is what was said, since you started off by saying we're doing fine, and the context in which we are speaking is...
Already we are putting we are fully, and as I can tell you, we are fully prepared. Just that there is something. The presidential candidate were meant to follow one of this.
Okay.
So, Buhari, there is some leadership changes, which hopefully the leader is going to be announced after tomorrow's stakeholders.
Oh, well, okay. Assessment of the political horizon, as it were. Is it which party would say that they see it as a stronghold of theirs and the work that has been put in by APC?
Well, okay, basically, Kebbi is the home of APC. And I can tell you as it is now, nothing changed. Some people that are with APC were doing very well. Government and some of them are not very well. And I can tell you, people are fully prepared. And I can assurance by the of that. I think they put that
I think it's best that we go on a short break so we can, try and fix the situation that you might also be receiving at home. So stay with us, please. We'll be right back.
It's the most visited state in Africa. As the 5th largest economy on the continent, covering Lagos and its government is no mean feat. It's a busy beat. We go beyond the...
I want to thank the Lagos State government for the healthcare facility
to bring stories that cut across all spectrums.
A greater Lagos shall be ours.
Stories that define our collective well-being as Lagosians. I'm Adedoja Salamadini. I live in Lagos, inside Lagos.
Politics is defined as getting what, where, when, and how. But in the mix, many things come to play to shape the political fortune of any country.
Honorable Minister, that's how you misinform the public.
From the political actors to the electorate, campaign to voting, from debates to policy decisions. Big event politics tonight, weekdays on TVC News.
Every major news story is with many perspectives and layered with different levels of impact.
Hello. What time did the news? Breaking news.
It doesn't occur at the canvas, it shows in it.
Okay, so we're back, and maybe I should say good morning again in case you just joined us. And it's our intention to connect with, Kebbi State, and we have indeed done so, but the audio wasn't all that it could be. And our guest is waiting, Honorable Abubakar Sadiq Sadu Fakai. A fine morning to you, sir.
Yeah, morning. We are good here. Thank you.
Okay, then that's good. It's a lot better. Okay. First of all, maybe to touch base and find out who is gearing up to visit your state. In fact, it was supposed to be tomorrow, but did I hear that it has been postponed? Tell me about that. Is it tomorrow or is it not tomorrow anymore?
Yeah, the news come up yesterday that there are some little changes which they postponed it, but the new date is going to be announced after tomorrow's stakeholders meeting. I believe the new date is going to be announced, but it's not going to be tomorrow again.
Okay. Well, excellent. We can still find out about the work that's going on in Kebbi State, developments there. I was reading in the news that your governor, as well as the Attorney General of the Federation, the Attorney General of the state, I beg your pardon, had been urging some sectors of Kebbi State that, look, Asiwaju is the candidate, and whatever anybody else is telling you, since there were some sort of murmurings of maybe there was not agreement between the president and Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, all of which has been put in the dustbin as totally untrue. But even your governorship candidate, Dr. Nasir Idris, that day, Tinubu and Idris are the people to be voted for. Give me some sort of a view of politics in Kebbi, and how much of a threat do you think the APC is as an opposition?
Well, it's okay. As I say, Kebbi is an APC state, which everybody know that. Not even having our governor as chairman, progressive governors for us in person of the Senator Abubakar Atiku Bagudu. But people of Kebbi State, the policy, people based on credibility, people based on the kind of contribution, your track record, who you are and what you do, and the opportunity you do for them. And the good thing is that you find all this in all our candidates, right? From our presidential candidates, His Excellency Senator Bola Ahmed Tinubu, which people know, they know his track record. With his running mate, Senator Kashin Shettima, people know his track record. And the good thing about Kebbi State, the Dr. Nasiru Idris Karangondu, which he's the candidate of APC in Kebbi State, has done so much, has done very well, even when he served as the president of Nigerian Union of Teachers. And people feel his impact in the state. People love him. He has been doing a lot for the indigenous of Kebbi State, and he's always available for people of Kebbi State. But I can tell you, APC has a very good candidate there, with support of the Honorable Minister of Justice and as critical stakeholders. We are good to. So Kebbi is an APC home.
So you in keeping with your official position of Northwest Director of PCC Contact and Mobilization, you've been working at it in terms of mobilizing people, that look, because everybody that we speak to on the political sphere is saying that, look, we're sure, we're good, but we're not resting on our laurels. In spite of that, we are working, pressing the flesh, as they say in America, just meeting everybody. Is that very much the way it is in Kebbi as well, or are you just relying on what you've just said, that everybody knows Kebbi is an APC state? Are you still putting in the work?
No. You know, we are politicking. Definitely, we are out to engage people, to make sure that people still keep on appreciating what the administration has done for them, to make sure that people reason why APC. I tell you, we are still doing serious engagement. We didn't look at what we have, as I say, but we are still reaching out to people, engaging, telling them more reason why they should vote for us, giving them assurance of the continuity of the good things that they have been benefiting in this administration, and the incoming administration, by the grace of God, is going to do more than what this present administration has done for them.
Okay.
People of Kebbi State are known as farmers.
Yes.
We know Kebbi is not more of a business state, but it's coming of His Excellency Senator Abubakar Atiku Bagudu. He tried to see that how he can divert that. Having Kebbi State been in the front line in terms of rice producing states, and the governor, when he come on board, he realized that Kebbi is not a business state. Being an economics, I tell you, he tried to divert the economic, and majority of people are into farming, majority of people are into businesses. Book of Kebbi State, with the policy and the economic style of our governor, I tell you, a lot has happened. He has invested heavily in power when he come on board. He invests initially we were having some power challenge, but the governor come on board, he invests heavily on power. That give a lot of comfort to a lot of investors, which I can tell you now, in Kebbi State, we have more than 10 rice processing mills. Others are up on their way coming with other factories. That attracts a lot of investors to the state. As a result of those investors come, our revenue book has increased. As a result of that, I can tell you that there is increase in employment opportunities. You know very well that government cannot accommodate everybody in terms of employing people as in workforce. But as a result of those companies in the state now, we have a lot of employment opportunities for our teaming young people in the state, which I tell you, they are very happy for that. And it reduced even, we didn't have a lot of. So I can tell you we are good. We have a lot that people appreciate us. And the governor has done a lot in the area of infrastructure, because if you come to Kebbi State, no any primary school from 2015 to date that was not as an expand upgrade, apart from the new one, to 2-3 times of the way it is standard. When you are talking about the health sector, the governor has increased the size, even in the general hospital, more than 70% the way he has done a lot of infrastructure. And I can tell you that other opportunities are there, apart from social intervention program, apart from all-inclusive government that the government is doing. So those are the kind of things, government is for the people and by the people. And I believe that if you are talking about the road, the governor has done so much in the area of at least construction. Not any local government in the state there is no development. The least you can see, not less than at least 20 kilometers township road. This is as a result of His Excellency Douglas. That is why people of Kebbi State has benefited.
Honorable Fakai, I beg your pardon for interrupting you. As you just spoke about roads, when you were speaking about infrastructural development, people have been talking about a Sokoto Koko Yauri road, if I'm not mistaken. Tell me about that, because that it has come up for mention, and tell me.
100% completed. People are moving. 100% completed. People are moving fine. I can tell you the road has been completed, and they have done it up to the standard. And this road is courtesy of this administration under the leadership of President Buhari.
Okay. Well, since you say, sir, since you say, Honorable, that, and it is not that you say, but it is the truth, and thank you for setting me right there, that particular road, the Sokoto Koko Yauri road, is a federal government road. But that doesn't take from the fact that His Excellency, Senator Abubakar Atiku Bagudu has also been working on, roads within the state. Which is the most important? Well, everything will be important, but which are the main ones here that are real showpieces?
That the governor has done?
Yes.
Yeah, I tell you, previous administration has come and go. When they come, what is needed most is what the administration will pay attention to. The previous administration has concentrated in most of the rural area, which that has been done. When the governor comes, most of the township roads in the state, in the villages, in the local government headquarters are not in good shape. I can tell you that the governor, no any local governor within the 21 local government of Kebbi State that has not enjoyed at least the township road minimum of not less than 20 kilometers, which apart from the township road in the state capital, and he's still doing his best. That is, if you can put all together, people can see, apart from other major roads in different places and that connected the main city to other villages, that other previous administration has not put them in good shape. This administration has done them perfectly well. He has done very well in the area of those infrastructure.
I see. Okay. As you know, so we have to talk about it. Security is an issue all over the country, but in particular in the northern areas, I would imagine. Give me your sort of appraisal of the state of security there. How peaceful and, what the efforts that that the governor, in short, that the administration has been able to bring to bear, and what's the state right now?
The good thing is that, the issue of insecurity is a state issue, but Kebbi State is one of the affected states, more especially the constituency I come from, that is Kebbi South, talking about Zuru, Pakai, Donkosobu, and Sakaba. Pakai does exit the share border with Niger State, and they also share border with Zamfara State and Sokoto State. So as a result of those bandits affected those areas, those villages, the local government has shared some borders. That is why Kebbi is also affected. And I can tell you, if other governors are doing what the governor of Kebbi State is doing in terms of tackling the security, I believe we can eradicate it within a shorter period of time. The governor is doing very well. He's always available. He reaches out to the security agencies. And I can tell you, they are doing very well, at least to stop and tackle the insecurity within those areas.
Okay. Well, I'm sure you know, this is technology. I am in Lagos, southwest of the country. You are in Kebbi State up there. We have really, that is speaking as far away as the south here, the fuel situation has been agonizing to the people. Then you combine that with this whole matter of currency change. Again, that's another cause for severe pain, even if, the central bank in recent days has begun to swing into action to see what it can do about it. So I wanted to ask you, use the opportunity of speaking with you this morning to give me your sort of insight into this particular situation as it affects Kebbi. The fuel situation, how bad is it in Kebbi? It's not been very good in Lagos, I can tell you. People are queuing up to 2 a.m. in the morning. It's going for all sorts of prices. First of all, do you think this is causing disaffection? After telling me the state of it, do you think it is causing disaffection? That's a question I thought I might ask you.
Basically, government are meant to make policies, and there is no government who will make policies that will affect the life of the people. Whatever you see government doing is doing it with good intention of at least, they have given good notice of 3 months. And President has said it in different fora. If your money that you have are genuinely money, he didn't say anything difficult for you to exchange it within the shorted period of time with this period of almost 90 days. So basically, complaining about this. Any policy that is good for the country, not Nigeria, definitely at the first instance, we expect to have some challenges. It's a law, it's a policy, and this has been announced in different places. Definitely, it's not easy for people that doesn't take advantage of at least complying within the initial period that the CBN. Yeah, you may find some complaint 1, 2 places, but now I think everything is fine, is in order. The little challenge that come up and nobody can take it away. When the policy comes, we expect the financial institution, which is commercial bank, we make the new currencies available. What happened between them and the CBN? But when this policy comes and they already put the deadline of it, we expect the commercial bank, when they return any old money, old currency that got to the bank, they should not be able to allow that money to come out. They should be able to make the new currencies available. Despite the fact I know the CBN is coming with the policy of this cashless policy, we know more especially we that come from the northern part of the country. You go to some villages, you had to find somebody with 100 phone. A lot of some people are more comfortable seeing their cash within their within the available of their disposal. They don't want anybody to be in control of their cash. But I expect CBN will come with a lot of sensitizations, will come with a lot of ways that they will make a lot of things easy for our people in the rural area. Okay. Definitely people complain because most of those commercial banks are not available in different rural areas. So those are the few challenges, but at least with the extension now, you can see everybody is busy doing their own activities, some POS, and at least the tension is coming down. And we appreciate the president and the CBN for extending at least 10 days. That is going to be, I think before the next, it's going to be addressed by the grace of God.
Okay. So,
but what I call for people to understand, there is no way government will come with policy that will affect their life. Government always come with policy and impose it. And if not government, nobody will do that. It's only government that can come with policy and impose it for the good and benefit of the Nigerian. So people should look at the advantage and the benefit. Whatever government did, as a result of, definitely government have to do this. If you understand the cash in circulation, people are no longer taking the money to the bank. And as a result of that, it's also affecting our economy. Because the same money that goes, that is what banks use to give loan to most of the business people, to give loan to most of the traders, to give loan to most of the industries and companies that we have. But when people decided to hold cash in their place, there is a scenario that I see in Kebbi State. There is somebody that I don't want to mention the name of the bank or the direction. But I can tell you, this man, his house is not far from one of the commercial banks. But do you know at this minute that the man is bringing close to how many millions, close to 90 million Naira rushing to take to the bank. So at least security-wise, it's not even advisable for one to keep this kind of money in your custody. It's good money should be in circulation within the system, but people decided to, if government doesn't do that, at least it's also affecting the economy of the country.
All right. Okay, then. Ada has called in. Our program is very interactive. Good morning to you, Ada.
Hello, good morning, Mr. Yuri and your guest there.
Yes.
Mr. Ada calling from just Plateau State. Unfortunately, I couldn't get through yesterday, but I'll just touch on that briefly. But let me go to your topic now.
Sure. I
wish Tinubu, CYG Tinubu and his campaign train a successful outing in Kebbi State as tomorrow, according to your...
Well, not tomorrow. It's been postponed. We've just been told that it's been postponed, and we will be told when it will now hold.
Okay. Anytime it happens, anyway.
Very soon.
But my advice to the campaign train is, whenever they have it, is to conduct themselves well. The flag bearer and the presidential flag bearer and his respective spokespersons to focus their campaign on issues. They should use temperate language, apply some level of emotional intelligence. Asiwaju should prevail on Buhari to address the issue of fuel scarcity and new Naira scarcity as well, which is a major crisis on ground now, to avoid their indirectly campaigning for the opposition party. They should stop the blame game and confront the reality. Commercial banks, ATMs, and the money agents, they should stop dispensing old notes. Otherwise, the 10 days extension will have no meaning. Mr. Yori, I had a terrible experience yesterday. All the POS around me, all the ATMs around me, none was functioning. I tried to transfer, it didn't work. So I went to the POS man that I'm familiar with, and he has a shop, the shop there. After shopping and everything, paid my dues, that is, I paid for my utilities, the STV, the STV, water, and what have you, And then what happened? Then he used his POS to now do the transfer. The transfer didn't work, but he allowed me because he knows me. He has already, given me the electricity. He has already paid for my DSTV. There's no way he would have taken it back. But because he knows me very well, that was why he did that transfer after we had completed everything. You understand now? So where do we go from there? So it's today. I will now go back to him, because on my own phone I cannot do any transfer. So I'm an advocate of cashless policy, but it has to take a gradual process. You understand now? It has to be a gradual process. What has even messed it up now? What has attracted people to start selling the Naira and then reselling it and all that is because they started the implementation poorly. That even that 90 days or 100 days, that initial one, it would have been okay if they had stopped issuing the old notes and allowed the new notes to be circulating, while the other one will be, going up, will be side by side with the new one. Then it will be phasing out gradually. But it's ridiculous. You go to a bank the bank will still issue you the old name. It's more like the prayer of bank defender. You know, I can't understand it.
Yeah.
You know,
well, thank you very much, Ada. I really appreciate your calling in. Honorable Fakai, you heard all that, that litany, but what you've given us to understand is that it's not exactly an unbearable situation. And what you've said, that as far as you're concerned, your perspective is that we should be patient. The offshoot of all of that, of course, if you put it against what Ada was saying, calling in from Jos, her experience can well be replicated, you know, that, look, I also had that experience. Maybe it's coincidental. The network has also gone very, very, very slow. You might find that it takes you up to 4 or 5 times as long. You are even beginning to wonder if this transaction that you are doing on your phone is going through. So that's nobody's fault. But coming back to what you had said, I get the impression that, you know, it's not too bad in Kebbi. All those things that we're hearing about the poor folk in the rural areas being the people who are going to suffer this most, you seem to be saying that's overstating the case a little, and that it's not as bad as all of that. Maybe, I tell you what, Honorable, just stand by. Let me go on a break, and then when I come back, maybe you respond to both my and also Ada's contribution. And indeed, we'll continue to take calls. Stay with us, please.
Fear doesn't occur at the canvas, it shows in the canvas. It shows the conation of raw earthen material slabbed, stroked, and molded at a pace provided by the doubt and fear. Every move way in the struggle of one to the other, merging the past to the present, brushstrokes of colors seen but not known. For when the wailing stops, the pieces settle down in abject beauty, erected for a century of a century.
It's not your regular show. It's an online interactive session where we share my views on the everyday issues that cut across politics, security, health, current affairs, governance, and so much more. I am passionate about our country. I choose to support any conversation geared towards building a better Nigeria. Babajide Kolade Otitoju. Join me every Saturday on TVC News YouTube channel as I discuss Nigeria and the world at large on the show, Issues with Jide.
Okay, is in Kebbi State is Honorable Abubakar Sadiq Sadu Fakai, and just as we were going to break there, we'd got a contribution from Ada in Jos, and the honorable gentleman was going to react to it. Now it's your turn, sir. Well, just to summarize, you seem to be saying that you know, the worrisome situation with this Naira exchange and the shortage of the sudden shortage of fuel that is ongoing as we speak, that all of these must be put in the proper perspective, and perhaps they weren't too bad. So I had ended up by saying, well, when all the experts are telling us, and people who are even involved in these, living in these areas have said that, this shortage, both of the new currency and of fuel, it is the people in the rural areas that are going to be suffering it most. Now, I have the opportunity to talk with you one-on-one, and you've given me to understand, if I didn't misunderstand your submission, that it's not as bad as it's being made to sound.
Yeah, as I said earlier, definitely government are made to make policies, policies that will add value to the Nigerians, and whatever government did, it did it in favor of Nigerians. Definitely, we have a 90-day stretch that has been given for Nigerians, and I said it. If people comply within the period, believe me, they could have not been suffering these kind of things. And I fault the commercial bank. Either with the CBN, that allowing the old currency to keep in circulation, that is one of the things that was the situation. If at all, when this policy come after giving the deadline, any old currency that go to the bank will not allow it. They will not allow it to come out, and they make available the new currencies. That's why I know they are doing everything possible, at least, to make people to learn how to use this process of cashless and use other different means option. That means the online platform. But basically, I think with the way Amana things are going, the pressure is coming down now. Most of the new currencies they are now available in different commercial banks. People are withdrawing in the ATM. I think it's just a matter of few days now. You can see able to subside by the pressure.
All right, then. So, well, that's our little quote-unquote mini report from Kebbi on those two national situations, shortage of fuel and shortage of the new currency that we must use. It's been extended by 10 days now. And I take what you say, Honorable, that if from the very, very beginning, the banks would not issue the old note, been issuing the new notes only and exclusively, and that was what was available in all the machines, we probably wouldn't be in the situation that we're in now. But I must apologize to Reverend Dominic in Alimosho. He's called in a while back. Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning, Chief Yori. How are you?
Very well, thank you.
I wish you would give me full 60 seconds. Yori.
Please, go ahead.
Now, Yori, I want to say this. The young man in Kebbi doesn't have a right report. Yori, I wonder, in my lifetime for 35 years I follow politics, let me start this way. I have not seen a situation like this. Yori, if you can listen to our discussions a year ago, if you can play those tapes, most of us, like Yakub, myself, and the judge, we begin to suspect the total elements in APC that doesn't want Tinubu to become a president. How on earth does a ruling party make things impossible for its people? Few days to the election, how on earth does it happen? Where does it happen on what? That you see the fuel, you see the money, or the electorate, because you are looking for one man to punish. How does it happen? Number two, where on earth does a sitting president will not campaign for his own incoming president so that he can carry on his legacy? You choose 10 states in the north. In the north, it's not the problem. The problem is southwest and southeast that are pro-life. The north has the followers with Buhari in quote. If you wanted to support this president, you could come and support him from the south. That's by the way. Where on earth, you have a policy of a government, in government, in power, not supporting that political candidate? Are we going to say with her? What do you say? Maybe I'm not voting for APC, but this is not the APC we formed. I use the word we formed. I, as a pastor, was on freedom, preaching to Christians to vote for Muhammad Buhari and APC. This is not the APC we formed. This is mess. The man in Kebbi doesn't have the right picture of what is happening. This morning, I went to take 10,000 to buy food stuff. I had to pay 1,000. And when I paid 1,000 for 10,000 in POS, the young lady gave me old currency. I was took aback. I thought from today, we will not be seeing old currency from POS or from bank. I want to make transfer. It becomes impossible.
Yeah.
I want to use POS. It becomes impossible.
You're very right.
If it is possible in Lagos, how is it in Kebbi? I've not seen a thing like this. Listen to me. Nobody forced Tinubu to APC. We asked Muhammad Buhari. I will use the word we asked. Not a state government asked Muhammad Buhari, who is a candidate. He said we should go out and vote whoever they want. If you wanted somebody else, we could have gone for him and they make this easy and they support him fully. What is happening now has not happened in politics anywhere in the world.
Okay, let me get Honorable Fakai's reaction to all of that. Thank you, Reverend Dominic, for the contribution and for waiting to be able to make it.
Join any
but I want sorry sir, Honorable Fakai, before you launch, I wanted to say that one of the points that Reverend Dominic raised, I was reading in the news last week that your governor, Excellency Senator Abubakar Atiku Bagudu, had actually delivered the message to the people that President Buhari says Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu is our candidate, and had commended him to him. Because the Reverend had actually said that he's getting the vibes that the support is not as vigorous as it should be. But I did read this, and I knew you could comment on that. The governor of Kebbi has delivered a message to his people that Buhari says Tinubu is the man. Am I right? Can I go by those
You are
reports?
very correct. The northern Nigeria are strong supporters of APC, and they are supporting Buhari, and they support Buhari, and they are supporting APC and Aswaju. The Reverend is not a politician. We are politicians. We are grassroots people. We know what we are having and we know what we are facing. We are APC people, and we are doing APC too, and we are doing everything possible to make sure that we deliver all our candidates from bottom to top, which we are working on that. If we have challenge as politicians, we know the challenge and we know what to do to address our challenges. We are for APC, and I take exceptions. I don't want Reverend to be saying this because it's not trying to do the justice to the northerners. Buhari, as the president, definitely has things that he's attending, and he is of this policy of government, irrespective of whoever is going to affect. Government are meant to make policies that will benefit the interests of the country and for the country people. Okay. So if Reverend has complied and do the right thing within the period that the government gives 90 days, it could have not been bottling. So why we are having problem? We Nigerians, we believe on doing things at the rush hours. 90 days are enough. If at all your money are genuine money, definitely, I said it clearly that I fault most of the financial institutions for holding on and allowing the old currency to be circulating and not making the new currencies available. At least that have contributed. But now the new currencies are available and they are holding the old currencies. And I can tell you, no any policy coming, you understand, irrespective of
people are wondering, I beg your pardon, I don't want us to be bogged down by this, but people are wondering, how can that happen? What you've just said, where you say you fault the commercial banks a bit, how can that happen? How can that happen if this is what makes people feel a bit undecided as to what to think?
No matter how it happened, it has been corrected now.
It has been corrected now, and it's been extended for 10 days. I beg your pardon, sir. Let me not be guilty of. Let me not be guilty of holding up another guest. Mr. George in Ikeja has since called in. Good morning to you, Mr. George.
Good morning, Uncle Yori.
Thank you for calling.
Good morning to
Honorable Faki. Honorable Fakai.
Yes. Uncle Yori, the gentleman there appears not to be in tandem with what is on ground. I'm saying this because I know Kano, in the same zone with his state, Kano is not far from Kebbi, that the governor of Kano went to the extent of advising the president to delay his visit to Kano because of this currency issue, because the people are angry that they are not receiving it. I don't know whether a Kebbi governor was able to reach a better agreement with the central bank for them to supply more to his state and other states. Otherwise, what is on ground is not in tandem with the picture our good friend there is painting.
Well, you recall, Mr. George, I'm sorry to interrupt you. You recall that the news we now, the sort of U-turn news we heard yesterday, the governor received Mr. President, and I just don't know. Just as Honorable Fakai is saying that everything is good in the circumstances that we find ourselves in.
Uncle Yori? Yes, I saw the president, I saw him in live coverage. And if you follow the news as well, you will notice that even that same yesterday, there were some youths who were enriched in the same Kano, thereby proving the governor right that people are not happy. The security men managed to put things under control.
Okay.
Everybody, there is nobody on Kiyori that doesn't know that the governor of Kebbi is one of the northern governors that is solidly behind Asiwaju. That one is not in doubt at all. But the truth of the matter is that the position of the governors doesn't appear to be the same as the position of the president. Reverend Dominic is saying the truth. Truth must be told. What we are seeing is not the body language of the president is not showing 100% support, which we expected.
Okay. All right then.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Mr. George. Honorable Fakai, these questions will come up because that's the way it's felt out there. But you are on ground. That's why you're such a valuable asset to this conversation. You are on ground, but people are talking from all over the country.
Entitled to their opinion is based on their understanding. What we know, President is in full support of Senator Bola Ahmed Tinubu and all APC candidates, and he has been campaigning and he has been canvassing for support, and that is clear. So I don't know what they want President to do more than or different from what we are in our environment, and we know what is happening as far as I'm concerned. If you go, people are busy doing their daily activities, businesses. At least what happened in few days, I think is something that I tell you in few days now, you cannot even see it because the new currencies are available and people are cashing out.
Okay,
so,
on that particular point, Honorable Fakai, I beg your pardon, on that particular point, are you testifying that it's I don't want to overstate it, but in terms of the new currency, for example, are you saying it is readily or easily obtained now? I'm talking about just the past 2 or 3 days. Is that what you're saying? That
not per se. Now is better.
It's better. How about because fuel?
I know, you know, Kebbi.
How about fuel? If it is better with currency, how about fuel?
Yeah, fuel. I think there is some little improvement because other filling stations that shut down before they are opening.
Okay.
So that has to do with the market trader. Yeah, other filling stations that shut down, they are opening in the state. I have been in the state for more than a week, and I know what happened in a few days now, and I know what is happening as it is today.
Okay. All right. Let me quickly take Julius, who is calling in from Kebbi.
To look into.
Julius is calling in from Kebbi. Good morning, Julius.
Good morning.
Good morning. Please go ahead.
Yes, what I'm saying is I'm from the same area, not hello.
I can hear you.
Yes, what he's saying does not reflect what is happening in Kebbi. Sir, the new currencies are nowhere to be found. They are nowhere to be found.
How about the fuel situation? Petrol. How about the petrol situation?
In fact, where it's representing, in Zuru, in Yauri, in Dankowasagu, in the local government, the new currencies are not available.
Okay. All right. That is your experience. And thank you for calling in to contribute it. That, well, I mean, everybody will speak from his own perspective. If you say they are not available, it means you haven't. In responding to that, if you want to, you probably will. I was also wondering, well, maybe we should just take it one by one because, yeah, go ahead and react to that.
Okay, basically, I don't know where she's staying, but all the commercial banks in the state are paying, and they are paying new currencies.
I see.
So to be fair to her, I don't know where she's staying.
Okay.
No any commercial bank is paying all currency in the States.
Okay.
And as I can tell you now, I'm not far from Access Bank and people are queuing in. I'm not far from even the bank road in the state capital and people are queuing in.
Okay.
And no any commercial bank paying all currency. And they are all paying. And no any commercial bank, the ATM, ATM is there that is not paying.
Okay.
It's a matter of definitely you because people need the new currencies now. Some need it because they are doing POS business. Some have different reasons why they need it. Most of the people that do bulky business that need serious payment, they use online auctions that are there. So I don't know what she's saying and where she's saying it.
Okay,
from.
Let me take Mohammed.
I know I'm in Kebbi State, I'm inside Kebbi.
Let me take Mohammed calling in from Abuja. Good morning, Mr. Mohammed.
Good morning, Uncle Yori.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, let me tell the gentleman from Kebbi that what he's saying is totally out of, except if he's telling Nigerians that he's part of the cabal that are sabotaging the APC.
No. What the honorable gentleman is saying is that where he is sitting in Kebbi, he's giving us the worldview from there, and he's saying things are not bad. It's not as bad as people are making it.
Kebbi, that what he's saying is not the situation on ground. Did he not listen to Honorable Dogwa yesterday? Yesterday, Honorable Dogwa has spoken on Channel TV that Tinubu governor must have misled, must have went and give the president wrong advice. This is not the time to do all those things. It's not the time to bring the changes of the money. I'm wise enough to know what is happening from 84 to now. I know how they change money then. It was military government. This is democracy. Democracy, you cannot just take people like military. You can change money. Nobody's against changing money. But let the old money and the new money go peri passu.
All right.
Until when the old money has disappeared before you now say, okay, this old money is not tender again.
Okay, thank you very much. Appreciate your calling in, Mr. Mohammed. I think we'll sort of leave it there because we've heard from the man on ground, and we've also heard from people who have to live around him, who say that, well, they are equally on ground, but this is the way it is. Now, Honorable Fakai, I wonder, you told us that it's no more, Ashwaju is no more expected to come in tomorrow, but it has been postponed, and we'll get the new date shortly. Can you share with us, if you have the information, why the trip to Kebbi had to be postponed?
Definitely, this has to do with the leadership of the party and understanding from the DG of the campaign and other stakeholders, which I didn't have much to say about that, but I believe they will say it. I think whatever happens is for the best interest of our party and our candidate.
Okay.
And I believe the new date is going to be announced.
In other words, what I was fishing for, in other words, it's not, you seem to be indicating, it's not as a result of any apprehension about restiveness as a result of these two contentious policies right now, the currency and the fuel. It's not as a result of people feeling restive. Is that what you're saying?
I tell you, people are even calling from rural areas. People are even the genuine supporters, grassroots based from different local government. Even people from my local government make a call that they are fully prepared to come and receive His Excellency Senator Bola Ahmed Tinubu and show support and solidarity to our APC candidate across the board. So I can tell you, it doesn't have to do with all these things. Policy is policy of government. I don't want to overflow over these issues. I know in my state, when the whole rumor started, my governor moved around to all the commercial banks and check and see things by himself. He moved to market. He made sure that things work the way it is. Maybe that is why Kebbi is a little bit different. Because the governor himself moved around to all the commercial banks. He didn't wait for anybody. Because the governor is an action governor. So basically, I don't want to go back to that and overflow. Everybody has his own experience. Nobody will decide on government on what to do and how to do it, because government has the right to look in and get what is good for the country.
We're going to have to leave it here.
The all money, the change of currency, at least will boost our economy. As a result of people holding this cash, it's affecting the economy. The commercial people experience.
All right then. Thank you very much.
What I only please with people to be a little bit patient. In few days now, things will change for good by the grace of God.
Okay, we're going to have to leave it here, Honorable Fakai, as I thank you very much for making time for us this morning. Our guest has been Honorable Abubakar Sadiq Sadu Fakai, National Leader, APC National Integrity Movement. Thank you very much, Honorable, for your time. Okay, so that's our program.
Thank you very much,
today.
It's nice.
Indeed. Thank you very much. So that's our program today. Please join us tomorrow for a fresh edition. I am Yori Folarin. Bye-bye for now.
The following is a paid presentation by ShopX TV. Happy New Year! ShopX TV is proud to bring you a very special offer. Yes, from now till January 31st, 2023, we are offering our customers an opportunity to save up to 66% of our best-selling kiddies product. Struggling with energetic kids, but you just can't get them to sleep? You need Happy Nappers, the perfect play pillows that pull open to a sleepy sack surprise. With a simple pull and zip, your child can snuggle up and nap inside of it.
They are happy, happy nappers. They love to sleep and play with you.
Then, when it's time to sleep, you just pull on their feet. Sleepy time, playtime, anytime is happy napper time. And when the napping is done, they fold back in for even more fun. Ordinarily, play pillows or blankets are not as much fun. They don't hold the heat in, unlike happy nappers. Just look at the fun characters that your kids will love. And the sleep sacks are completely enclosed to keep your child warm and cozy during nap times or even through the night.
Toluani absolutely loves her Happy Nappers kitty cat.